Last week, the Mumbai Crime Branch and BMC raided 5 clinics, Devnar, Govandi, Bandra East. Medicines and equipment worth over a lakh was seized. Cases at 2 police stations. You read that headline and you scrolled past because you're a real doctor with a real degree and it wasn't about you. Here's the part nobody reported. The law that reaches those clinics is the same law that reaches yours. And in your clinic, it doesn't need a fake degree to bite. Now, look at the sections used in cases like these because they are not exotic. The Drugs and Cosmetics Act, Section 34 of the NMC Act, the bar on practicing without enrollment on a medical register, and cheating under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Not one of those provisions say applies only to people with forged degrees. They ask a simple question: was the person who treated that patient legally entitled to do so? The case every clinic owner in India should know. Poonam Verma versus Ashwin Patel, Supreme Court, 1996. A registered homeopath treated a 35-year-old man with allopathic medicines and injections. 12 days later, he was dead. The National Commission dismissed the complaint. The Supreme Court reversed it and it used 2 words that change everything. Negligence per se, meaning the family did not have to prove he was careless. They didn't need an expert. The unauthorized practice was the negligence. So you can be clinically flawless. The moment the person treating wasn't entitled to, your defense isn't weakened. It's completely gone. So here's where this reaches an entirely legitimate practice. 4 situations and every one of them is normal. Number 1, the locum you took on last month. Did you see the registration certificate or the WhatsApp forward of it? Number 2, the night duty doctor at your nursing home. Do you know his registration number or only his name? Number 3, the assistant who gives the injections, does the dressings, runs the laser while you are in another room. Number 4, the cross-system colleague seeing your overflow because the queue was very long. Nobody in that list is a fake doctor. Every one of them is the same legal structure as the raid. And ask the uncomfortable question: whose premises, whose drugs, whose patient, whose bill? Because when it goes wrong, the patient doesn't sue the assistant. The patient sues the establishment, and the establishment is vicariously liable for the people it lets treat, which means the exposure isn't the person who held the syringe, it's the person who decided that they could. Now 3 things and none of them cost anything. Number 1, for every doctor working in your establishment, verify the registration yourself on the State Council Register and the National Medical Register, not the certificate they showed you. Number 2, write down every procedure done on your premises and next to each the name and qualification of whoever actually performs. Most owners have never done this and are startled by their own list. Number 3, anything invasive, you assess, you prescribe, you're on the premises. Record all 3. Those 5 clinics were the easy cases. The hard ones are the properly registered practices where only one afternoon the wrong person treated the right patient. The question was never whether you are a real doctor, it's whether everyone treating under your name is or not. Thanks for watching.